CK, we chillin' at the bottom, at the RO. CK, we chillin' at the bottom, bottom. Hey, 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 how everybody doing today? I'm your host, Young P, and welcome to the Rock Bottom News Show. I got a great show lined up today for you, but first, before we get started, I want to take a moment or two just to thank all my family and friends for supporting the show and making the show more and more popular. And since it is getting more and more popular, we're going to be traveling around all around the world, different cities and states, taping and recording. So make sure that if we're in your city, come out and check us out, all right? All right, now we're going to go ahead and get to the entertainment news because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Doom, doom. CK, we chillin' at the bottom. I'm your boy, Young P. You got to love it. All right, now, the first topic of the day, I want to talk about this man because everybody knows him. Somebody in Chicago. He's a Chicago native. He's an actor. He's a director. To me, he can direct too. The brother can almost do anything. You gotta love him, ladies and gentlemen. And I know he already got a lot of fans, so I don't have to really do a lot to explain who this brother is. But I'm gonna tell you who he is. Give it up for Common, ladies and gentlemen. That's my dude, Common. That's right. Played in a lot of movies. A good actor, and his music always been motivating and inspiring. That's a good brother. Now, one thing that we do want to shade that the album that he's coming out with and the song that he came out with first, it is called Nobody Smiling, you know. And right now, a lot of stuff that's going on in Chicago, I can understand why that brother feel that way, you know. And Common, I want to give big ups to you, man, because it took a lot. You gotta have a big heart to do what he did, ladies and gentlemen. He came out with an album called Nobody Smiling. And that is the perfect because he's from Chicago. And he know what these guys are doing, all the killing and the shooting and gang banging, that stuff is old. Like almost like 30 to 40 years old. So we just want to say to, you know, a lot of the fans that's watching, now go out and support Common on this album here because he got a lot to talk about what's going on in his city and state. In Chicago, you know, we do need y'all need to bring down that violence a little bit. We need to all come together and realize that killing each other, that's not what God planned it. You know, he didn't plan us to become free individual humans and then all of a sudden become wild animals. I don't think it was meant to be like that. For example, look at Common. He's a good example to let you guys know down there that if he can make it out Chicago streets, that you guys can do the same thing. You don't have to stick around and get record deals and be in Chicago and have little guys that doing dirty work for you and stuff like that. That's, you know, gang banging. You know, I heard that, you know, you can't even walk the streets out there sometime and they roll up on you and ask you what you ride. And these are like 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds. And then start shooting out their window. You know, these are like, at that age, I think it should be more laws to actually get those kids in control. But we're not going to get off into that story too much. I just want to let everybody know to go out and support Common album. It will be out next month. And I know I'm going to get it. Nobody smiling? Nobody smiling. Oh, was I just smiling? I was smiling. Well, nobody's supposed to be smiling. But one thing I want to say, that he just signed a record deal. This is huge. He just signed a record deal with Def Jam Records, ladies and gentlemen. And they are a major record company. Now, if anyone that did any music out of Def Jam and recorded in Def Jam, you will know they do not play, man. They show about their business that... I got another story I got to tell you guys about the Def Jam story, but I'm going to wait till a little bit later in the show to go off into that. But they show much about their business. When they signed Common, they knew they had so much faith in that album, Nobody Smiling, that they signed them after hearing just one or two songs. It didn't even take that long for them to realize they wanted to actually sign, give them that contract deal. So big ups to you, Common. I just want to tell you, we love you here at the Rock Bottom News Show. You always been a fan. We always been a fan. And, you know, keep inspiring those young boys out there in Chicago, man, to stop all that violence. You know, like I said, they number 11, 12, 13-year-olds. And somebody need to do something and put that violence in check. Also, we want to go ahead and move on with the show because we got a lot of great entertainment news to share with you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, this is real talk. This is not made up. A lot of this is real facts. 101% facts. Trust me. Okay, now, Now, one thing I want to let you guys know that my main man, he's always been my main man, and he's really there's no introduction for him because Common know him as well. Common is very common with him. He's also a Chicago native. Now, these Chicago representatives are really, really blowing up. So I don't understand why all the violence. And we got to kind of like bring it down, the violence down, because we got a lot of people in Chicago that is really doing big things. Now, this other gentleman that I'm going to introduce, the topic that I want to bring out is that he had made a lot of people superstars. You know, and it's really no explanation before who he is, but I got to give him his props because he's really, really high class, and I love talking about this guy. But he is called No ID. You know, no idea what I just said, dude. I'm not talking about no caller ID. This guy, if you don't know No ID, he has been around the hip-hop game for so many years that he have made so many people superstars that if you check his background, it'll say nothing but celebrities. That's how popular this guy is. So I just want to let everybody know that Dion Wilson is his name. He has became the first African-American and that can inspired me that doing music and being a successful producer and director and CEO, he inspired me to want to do what I do. You know, so I'm gonna give big props out to Dion Wilson, which his real name is. He just became executive vice president of Def Jam Records, and really, I can't say nothing more about this guy because his name alone, if you know this guy, it speaks for itself. No ID. Can you imagine? No ID. He go to a club, he go to a bar, or he go to the store. They be like, "Hey, what's your name?" Instead of asking for his ID, you know, somebody in line asked him, "What's his name? What's your name, bro?" He said, "No ID." So the clerk be like, "Hey, can I see your ID?" And he'd be like, "I was talking to him." And she, "No, you said you have no ID." "No, he asked me what's my name. My name is No ID." "Why you ask me for ID?" There will be some confusing stuff, but No ID, we love you, man. You know, that's a cool name, AKA No ID. His real name is Dion Wilson. For those that don't know, he's a powerful black African-American man. He just, like I said, became the executive vice president of Def Jam Records. Good job. We appreciate, you know, all the information. Now, I do have a couple more interesting news and stories I want to talk about really quickly. I also talked about Chris Brown in one of my later shows, one of my previous shows that, you know, he actually got into a few situations. But ladies and gentlemen, Chris Brown has made it home. He's out of the California County Jail, and they have released him, I think, a few days ago or last week. So we just want to let Chris Brown know, man, stay out of trouble, bro. You're a good singer. You're a good dancer. I mean, we need you here in this hip-hop world because you help make music strong. And without you, the music be all over the place. So Chris Brown, my main man, make sure you stay out of trouble, man. Like I said, you know, keep doing your good music because I love your music here. We love you here at the Rock Bottom News Show. So good job for that. Also, we just got to say this because, you know, since Kim Kardashian and Kanye been actually blowing up, you know, worldwide through their wedding and stuff like that, I don't know why my man Ray J just losing his mind. Now, Ray J, listen, I don't know why you feel like you need some attention, bro. You got a lot of attention without the media. You got a lot of attention. You did the Ray J show. Man, we loved your show, bro. People love you worldwide. Nobody forgot about you, Ray J. You don't have to go off into your little world where you got to spit on two cops just to get arrested for tabloids. Listen, that's a petty crime, man. Don't spit on no cops. Don't spit on nobody, Ray J. Stay out of the tabloids for doing stupid stuff, okay? But anyway, enough of that story as well. I got some fan mail from a few people from out of, you know, in different states. I just want to say to one of my fans that's out in California, his name is Willie Crawford. If you're watching, Willie Crawford, we are going to come out there and visit you, bro. You want to know if the Rock Bottom Show is going to come visit you? Hey, you my main man, man. I know you're still doing big things in the music industry out there. Good job. Also, we just want to say that another person that we had on our show, I talked about on my show, Justin Bieber. Now, we had a situation where they said that he had made a racist joke. Now, I like Justin Bieber, you know, and we talk about him a lot on our show, and we support Justin all the way. Now, Justin, the situation that we have at hand is that the racist joke that you told when you were 15, we forgive you for that, bro. But you got to realize, cameras are always on. You know, racism been around for a long time. There's no way around it. We understand that sometimes, you know, being a different color or a powerful race will make you feel like sometimes you can get out your body, but you can't, because it's no powerful race. It's all one race in God's eyes. It's one race, and that's the human race. So one thing I want to say is Usher, he said that he pleads the fifth. He don't think that the Justin Bieber is racist. Also a Soldier Boy also got your back. Justin Bieber, he got your back, man. So a lot of these guys know you firsthand. They're your buddies, man. They don't believe that you're racist, man. So I'm gonna ride out with him as well, because I know you're a good guy. He's not racist, everybody. So maybe he made a comment that was out of a joke because he didn't know nobody was listening. But either way, he shouldn't have said it. But you know, I just want to let everybody know we want to thank everybody for watching the show. It's been great having you staying tuned. Once again, I'm your host, Young P, and don't forget to be here next week, because you don't want to miss it. We got a lot of great entertainment, and the news are all 100% facts. I guarantee you, you don't want to miss it. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hip hop hooray! I see y'all next week. We're going to throw a party here and catch y'all next week, all right? Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hip hop hooray! Ho! Hip hop hooray!